Okay, so, oh my God, I've been out here already for 2 hours working on this project that I'm about to reveal what we're doing. And I'm about to turn my camera around. So, last week, we were going to an interview at a KOA campground. And I'm going to show you. Ignore the absolute mess that's going on right now. So, for the record, I'm going to go backwards and forward. So this camper is totally ripped up right now because this is where we're going to be living at the very minimum for the next 3 months. And we went to this interview on Friday, and she said if we didn't hear from her by today, that we should reach out to her. Or no, if we didn't hear from her by yesterday. So we drove 2.5 hours to this interview at this campground, and we really did not expect to get it. I'm doing housekeeping. He's going to be doing grounds maintenance. And what this is doing is it's giving us an opportunity to start traveling across the country and exploring the world and adventuring while we're earning an income and not paying for rent, because we don't have to pay for a camping spot at KOA campgrounds when you work there. Depending on the campground, every one of them has different requirements, but the corporate campgrounds do not require you to pay anything. So we ended up going to the interview, and at the very same time, my grandpa passed away, and my aunt had to go up north and get this camper off the property because they're selling it. And so here, this camper was in my front yard as all this is going on. With over the last couple of weeks, they're like trying to sell it. It obviously needs a lot of repairs. And luckily, I'm blessed with a father that knows construction. So we were like, okay, no problem. We can repair it ourselves. Well, okay, I am very trusting of the men in my life because they follow through with what they say, and I've been very lucky with the relationships I have with the people around me. So my dad is able to kind of be the mastermind of this construction project. But when I pulled the corner of the camper back and saw the rot under there, I literally had a meltdown. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I just got myself into. Also, keep in mind that in the meantime, we applied for this camper job, which I at first did not realize we had to have a camper. We had to own a camper in order to even get that job. So, one thing after the other, last week's video was all about trusting your intuition and not really being able to have a plan and know that the next step, when you get to the next step, you're going to be able to see what's next. Well, I feel like that's a lot like relationships where you kind of like pull something back and like the rot or the pain or whatever is under there, and you're like, oh my God, this is too much. I don't know if I can handle this. And so we keep pulling it apart, pulling it apart. Well, this is what it looks like. So now that we've ripped everything apart, you can see the way the structure works. And it's like, okay, now that I can see the way the structure works, even though everything's rotten inside there, I know that I can rebuild it, and I know that I can put it back together and that this will be functioning. And so we got the job yesterday. She called, and at the end, you're going to rip everything apart and fix it and make everything work. Well, now we're into the part where like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. So that's where we're right now. And we're in the middle of this. We're at the deadline right now. We have to finish this like pretty much today and tomorrow. So I'm going to get back out there and help with that. And we're going to be hitting the road. And I plan on doing these more often because I want to show kind of a balance between gaming and nature, and being able to, hello, just being able to trust your instincts and move forward, and also have a balance with technology, because technology is our future. And I feel like a lot of people that are sensitive, or a lot of people that are on the other end of things, like very into grounding and earthing, might not be as, familiar with the technology side of things. And that's where I feel like I have a really good balance. I'm very into technology. I stream, I do gaming. I'm a mom of 3 boys, and I'm a wife, and I've got, you know, gaming as my primary reason why I'm doing all of this. This is what drives me. And so this camper is going to be a Malima 81 camper, and we're going to be going across the country. So if there's some sort of event or ideas that you guys have around these topics that I'm talking about, please pop into some of my videos, pop on Twitch, Malima 81. We're on there almost every day streaming and talking and visiting and just being a sounding board for each other. We are actually going to be going to the water park on Tuesday and Wednesday. So next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, I am going to be streaming from Castaway Bay, Sandusky, Ohio in the United States. And then Wednesday, I'll be streaming from Cedar Point, Sandusky, Ohio again. So you guys can kind of follow our journey of adventures while, we're building this possibility to do this with our family. Also, lastly, our kids are going to be homeschooled, road schooled. So I did a lot of homeschooling off the years, and now they're asking to go ahead and come back on the road with us. So anyway, everybody tune in. I'll be on tonight on Twitch, Malima 81, 7 p.m., Malima After Dark, and we'll be playing some Apex with my hubby. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.